Hello Pisces. Hello my Pisces friends. I have to apologize for not getting a reading up for you last month, my Pisces friends, and that is because I did your reading 3 times. 3 times it failed in upload. It also, well, the 2 times it failed in upload. The 3rd time it just wouldn't even record to my phone. I took that as a knock on the noggin from the universe saying, no. I mean, I'll try it once, I'll try it a 2nd time, I will try it a 3rd time, but if the 3rd time is not successful, then that's it. Then I take my nod from the universe to say, no, we don't need it this time. So that's what I did. So this time, Pisces, this time I'm starting out with you because I am really sorry that we didn't get a reading out for you last month. So hello, I'm Elsie, and you've reached 10 of Cups Tarot. I don't want to make this introduction too long, so please, for anything you need to know about this video, it's down in the comment section, or sorry, down the description section. If you so feel inclined to come by and be a subscriber, that would be awesome. Hello to my new subscribers. Hello to my subscribers who have been with me since I got here. And what I am going to do is a 20 card spread for you Pisces, and we're going to see what October is holding for you. Call in Archangel Michael because I can't do this by myself. There's no way. I'm only the channel. I only throw down the cards. So Archangel Michael, if you could come in as a guide, please help guide me through this reading. The most important thing that Pisces needs to know for the first half of October. That would be from the time Pisces views this video until the 15th of October of 2019. Archangel Michael, if you could please guide me through this reading to help Pisces to know, the collective Pisces to know, what is the most important thing that the collective Pisces needs to know for the month, the first half of October, the 1st to the 15th of October 2019. Also call in the holders of the pure white light, please. Gods and goddesses, spirit, and angels and guides, if you could be near, please. And help me go through this reading so we know what the most important thing is for our Pisces friends. Okay, that feels good. All right. And here we go. First is the strongest, right? There we go. Oh, and it's an 8 of fire. So the 8 of fire is the 8 of wands, and 8 of wands usually means something is moving quickly. So something could be moving quickly towards you. Something could be, in most cases it's fire, so it's usually passionate. So it could be rapid love messages coming towards you as well. Ten of air. And that could be because the pain is over. So the 10 of air is the 10 of swords. And the 10 of swords is, I feel like it's a level up. So you're leveling up, no more pain, no more sadness, no more agony overnight, no more sleepless nights. Whatever you're going through is coming to an end, or it has already come to an end. And so if it has to do with love, you've got some love messages that are coming in quickly. I feel like there's been a parting. I feel like there has been a breakdown in a relationship, not necessarily a breakup, but I feel like there is a breakdown, perhaps maybe a breakthrough, because sometimes we mistake the breakdown for the breakthrough. So I feel like right now that you could be either not speaking, or things are just a little tense. So love messages are coming in because that tense time is over. 6 of fire. And the 6 of fire is the 6 of wands, and this is victory. So this is coming back from the fight, winning the fight and winning the war, and coming back, no worse for wear. However, coming back with more knowledge, more power, standing in your power, and a better understanding of what you need to do in order to have a successful relationship. Sometimes it does take the fight Sometimes it takes the war, you guys, and that's just the way it is. And that might be because you're the Queen of Air. Now, just remember, don't get hung up on the genders of the cards. It could be a man or a woman, but the Queen of Air is someone who is very good with her words. She knows exactly what she wants to say, and she will say them in a way that can be hurtful but truthful. You will always get the truth from the Queen of Swords. So yeah, so there's going to be some conversation happening. And you know, the thing is about the Queen of Swords is that if things aren't going her way or the way that she had planned, she will cut you out. So or he will cut you out, depending on who you are. So just, I'm not going to say be careful with your words. I'm going to say be very honest, because she's very logical. She's very head over heart. So she's going to understand. She's going to understand what you have to say, as long as you keep her cool, and as long as you are there for the same reason she is, and that is to talk it out and repair the relationship. You are coming back after the fight. And so you have more knowledge and more, you've grown up more. You know, every time we get a piece of knowledge from the universe, we've grown up more. The Seven of Fire. Seven of Fire is the Seven of Wands. And this is, sometimes it can be about arguments and fights. Yes, it can be. But I think because it's coming out on the other side of the Queen of Air, I really believe that it's something that you're trying to protect. So, I usually see the depiction of this card as someone who has guarded a doorway or something like that. And so to me, it's like they're guarding something precious. So maybe guarding their heart, don't want to get hurt again. Just guarding their way of life, how they live their life. And they don't really want to have to explain that to the Queen of Swords. However, that being said, she can make people feel defensive. So I would say just go with a kind heart. If you are going to be meeting up with the person who it looks like there may have been some trouble with, just go with a humble heart, I think is what this is saying. You know, you could be meeting up with her and she's very logical, mind over matter, or mind over heart. And this is about you perhaps trying to guard something that's precious to you. I feel like there could have been harsh words. And so I feel like maybe you're guarding your heart. That's what I feel like, that perhaps there was maybe some heartbreak. Oh, something flipped out, because there was a tower. There was a tower and stuff came tumbling down. The thing is that sometimes the tower is necessary. You know, sometimes you need a tower moment to clear out the rubble, to rebuild something brand new. Because if you go back to the way you did things, you're always going to get the result that you got. And that's why the tower comes in, to save you from that. So you don't always do what you always did. So you actually build it from the foundation up, brand new, learning new things with the knowledge you've learned from coming back from the fight, right? And winning the war. You can build a brand new way of being with your Queen of Air, or your King of Air. Next card that flipped out was the Messenger of Air, and this is the Knight of Air. And the Knight of Air is coming in to bring messages, sometimes of love, but really wants conversation. So somebody wants to talk with you, Pisces. It looks like we've got 1, 2, 3 air cards. We've got 3 cards that are swords, that are cards of communication that are on the table right now. So I think that this is coming in fast for you. So make sure you have a dialogue. I got to tell you, there's nothing wrong with talking it out in your head. There really is nothing wrong with, if she says this, I'll say this. If she says that, I'll say that. Not in an argumentative way, but in a way where there's understanding and cooperation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. That Messenger of Air, that Knight of Air, is coming up under the Ten of Air. So it looks like after the sadness and anger is done, then it looks like it's time to talk. So this Messenger of Air can also be someone who is watching you on social media. So if you have been apart and you guys haven't been talking to each other at all, it could be that maybe you're watching each other on social media, you know, Instagram, Facebook. Who doesn't do the creep once in a while, right? Not me. Okay. Coming up under the 6 of fire is messenger of water. So is there not only conversation coming in, it's going to be emotional conversation. So the water indicates that there's going to be emotions that are felt here. And I think that you're going to be okay with that, because I think that you need to rebuild after the Tower. And really, what beautiful cards to come in after the Tower. I mean, the Tower comes and it knocks things down, and then comes in the conversation, right, to bring you all back together again, and then emotion. So I really think it's beautiful. Actually, look at the cards and how beautiful they are. Like, they're all blue, right? So yeah, I think that things are going to be okay, because I think that as long as you allow for the conversation, it'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be fine. I don't think that this was a breakup, or rather a breakthrough, perhaps. And then comes temptation, and temptation is the devil. That when the devil comes up, I think a few things. First of all, I think that perhaps there could be addictions involved, and that could be addictions to anything, addictions to of course, the obvious substances, right? Drugs, alcohol, possibly cigarette smoking. It could also be addiction to video games. Anything that throws your life at a kilter, anything that's going to put you on your side, is something that is a temptation. So it looks like that is something, one of the things that the Queen of Air wants to speak about is coming up right under her card. So that might be one of the things. You know, it might be about drinking too much, smoking too much, going out too much, being at the bar too much. Maybe I need to be home with the family more, something like that. Under the 7 of Swords is the Page of Water. Oh, the Page of Water. So the Page of Water is bringing in emotion, emotional love. So things are okay, Pisces. It looks like, you know, your old go with the flow, right? Things are okay. Things are going to be okay in this relationship. It looks like there's going to be some, well, this person could be younger than you. So it could be someone in your relationship who's younger than you. You could be younger than your spouse, or your spouse is younger than you. Or it could be child that you're having words with. Maybe you have a child that has an addiction issue, or maybe it's an addiction issue that you have to approach. This could very well be this as well. This doesn't necessarily have to be a love reading. This could very much be, you know, the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords, needing to have conversation about an addiction with a child. So I mean, this could be love related. Absolutely. Only you'll know that, right? Because it's dependent upon your energy and what's going on in your life at this time. So it could be about a child, or it could be about love. Then we have the Page of Earth. And the Page of Earth is bringing in a brand new start. The page is younger. The page is always learning something, but the page is the one who is bringing in messages of love. So new starts. And this new start is really needed right after the Tower has come in. It is touching the Tower as I put it down, by the way. It's touching the Tower. It's touching the 8 of Fire, which is the love messages that are coming in quickly. And it's also touching the Messenger of Air, which is the person that's coming in for conversation. And then we have the King of Fire. So the King of Fire, King of Fire is hot. And not just because he is the King of Fire, but he is the king who is, you know, he walks into a room and he has a presence, and he doesn't have to say a word to have a presence. He will walk into the room and you'll be like, that's the King of Fire. So king or queen, right? Because we're not getting hung up on the gender of the cards. King or Queen of Fire. And that's coming after the Page of Earth. I'll tell you, that's also coming up around the 6 of Fire, which is coming back from the fight, from the war. And then we have a 10 of Fire. I love this card. I've seen this depicted many ways in many different decks. I'm using the Good Tarot today. That's what I'm using. And I absolutely love this card, because if you take a look, this is the absolute purging of things that no longer serve you. So the 10 of Fire is the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands means drop your burdens. You're done. You no longer have to carry that stuff from the past. You don't have to drag it to the present. You don't have to drag it to the future. And so look at this. She's got everything on fire. Everything that has no, she has no need for, that's it, up in smoke. It's going back to the earth. So I would suggest that if you are going to be doing, if it is in fact a love relationship and you'll be having this conversation with the queen or with the king, my suggestion is that you purge the things that no longer serve you, because those things are only gonna confuse things going into the future. Then is the Queen of Fire. And I just realized this is really a love relationship. And that's because we've got a soulmate connection here. So we've got the King and the Queen of Fire. We've got them both. They are both fire signs. You know, fire signs are rods, action. So she's beautiful. She is also the woman who is... The Queen of Fire is very passionate. She's passionate about everything that she does. She's passionate about helping people. She's passionate about, you know, her part in being charitable and helping the king run the kingdom. So always at his side, right? So, yep, soulmate connection, you guys. Your soulmate is here. So if this is the person that you're speaking with, you know, the thing is that if they are really a soulmate, the soulmate tie never goes away. So regardless of whether you two end up apart or together, you'll never be apart. You'll always have that tie. You'll always have that soulmate tie. If you are true soulmates and you have been sent, you know, it has been set up by the universe, there's no way that you can break that love tie, that string. It's always going to be there. Oh, we have a second king or queen. We have a king of earth right now, which is the king of earth. Yeah, the king of earth is a Taurus, or he's a Virgo, or he's a Capricorn, one of those. Oh, I'm sorry, I should tell you that the king of fire is either an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. And this one is an earth sign. So right now you've got a king of fire and a king of earth on the table. We've only got one queen, but we've got two kings. Just saying, Pisces, I don't know what's going on. Eight of water. Somebody's walking away. So my question is, are you walking away from the king of earth? Those two came up beside each other. Are you walking away from the king of fire? Or are you just walking away from things that don't serve you any longer? Maybe you're just going to get rid of those things that don't serve you anymore, and you're going to walk away. And that's okay too. That's exactly what you need. If you want things to work out, don't drag the past into the present. Don't drag the present into the future. That's it. Sounds easy, but it's really not that easy, right? All right. And then we have the Queen of Water. So now we do have two queens on the board. So I don't know what's really going on here. Okay, so what I'm seeing is that the Queen of Water, she is the queen of emotion, and she really does well taking care of, you know, she is very charitable and loving and kind and overflowing with emotion. So this could be, the queens don't necessarily have to be, well, except for the Queen of Fire. The Queen of Fire and the King of Fire are definitely a couple, but you have two queens here. So we have three queens in this reading, actually. You have two queens here. One is of air, which is swords, and one is of water, which is cups. So we have two queens. Now, these could be women in your lives or men in your lives who are giving you advice. That could very well be. That could be a mother, a grandmother, a sister, somebody who's giving you advice about this relationship. And then comes the Hermit. So it looks like after you walk away from those things that no longer serve you, perhaps you're getting information from that Queen of Water. Perhaps she is the person who's giving you information, and you're taking that, which you've learned, and you are going into hermit mode. And usually in hermit mode, when someone's in hermit mode, you usually don't hear from them. They're usually very into hermit mode. No communication, nothing like that. So it won't be surprising if you do go into hermit mode, because the Chariot's here. The Chariot is a card of Cancer. We have so much water here, but it doesn't surprise me at all, Pisces. Not at all. So we've got the Chariot here. Chariot is a card of Cancer, and the Chariot is also the card of It could be a literal vehicle. Maybe someone is coming to see you to have this conversation. Perhaps you're going to see someone. It can be talking about a literal vehicle. The person who is driving here, though, must be very strong, because if those two horses decide to go in opposite directions, that's going to pull that chariot in half and everyone's going to die. And that person usually carries the most valuable fighter onto the field. That's when they think that they're losing, and she carries them onto the field. So she has to be careful. She has to be strong. She has to hold it all together. So it could either be messages that are coming at you quickly. You could be leaving somewhere to speak to someone, or someone's coming into town, or you could have distance between you. But it looks like the chariot is in play here, and it is in play with the things that no longer serve you and the Queen of Water. So it depends on who those people are playing in your life, right? Last card out, Nine of Fire. It's the Nine of Wands, and the Nine of Wands is the wounded warrior. So to me, it looks like there has been some sort of a breakup, some sort of a falling out of some kind. You're worse for wear for this. It is time. I think the advice of going into hermit mode might be a good idea. Maybe just thinking about what's going on and what's to come. Thinking about who you're going to see or who's coming to see you. Is there too much distance between you two to make it work? That's quite possible. Please seek out whoever you need to in order to get your information, right? You've got some queens here. You've got people in your life that are willing to give you information, willing to bring you messages that you require in order to help you make your decisions. But there's definitely a soulmate connection here. So I would say that if you feel that this is your soulmate, it is your soulmate. So I would say apply it how you will. This is your life. Just remember, this is your energy. I don't know you, but this energy is yours. And I would also caution you that this is a general reading. So if you do need a reading personal to your energies, I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Personal to your energies, please see down below. You'll see an email address. You can email me. We can talk about, what you need in terms of a reading. I am now using the Sacred Traveler. These are oracles. I'm just going to pull a couple oracles and see if we can get just any more advice for you, Pisces, while we're here, okay? Take a look here. Oh, bottom of the deck, forgot to show you, is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune's turning in your favor. So I think things are going to be okay. Once you get to that conversation that you need to have, that hard conversation, I think it'll be okay. Solitude. It says here, in silence, peace prevails. And didn't you just get the Hermit card, right? So in silence, peace prevails. And it is so completely true. Going into hermit mode or going into solitude to find out what you need, to connect to your source, to really understand who you are is the only way you're going to understand the other person. So my advice would be to mirror the other person, would be to try and feel their feelings, try and see things from their point of view before you look at it from your own point of view. That's what solitude does. It helps you get time to practice those things. And then we have Wise Leader. You are a beacon for others. So I think you knew all this then. Pisces, you're a water sign. You're intuitive. We're all intuitive, but those of us who are a water sign, I am a Pisces moon. So that's the way I take information in from the world. That's what that means. If you are a Pisces sun, moon, or rising, Venus or Jupiter, you are a wise leader and you are a beacon to others. And that means that maybe you're intuitive, maybe you're a card reader, maybe you're a healer, someone that people come to tell their things to in hopes of getting solid advice. That's what a leader does. A leader also leads by example. So when I was saying earlier to make sure that you are going into solitude enough to be able to think about how you should mirror the person you're speaking with in order to have things come out the way you want them to after there has been a break in either friendship or relationship, maybe a soul tie. So that's it, Pisces. Again, so sorry that I didn't get to you last month, but it looks like this one worked out. So we're good. If you have anything to say, please put them in the comments. I'd really love to hear when these readings resonate with you. I would really love to hear that. And I will look for your comments and reply to them all. All right. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.